So February 6th was my first day, Reagan's birthday. And I came down here because I had to sign an agreement with, I think it was Herc Celanese they were shutting down their fire school and they were going to combine it over with the fire academy. And I thought, this is an amazing place. And it was a $20-something million thing. $7 million of that was for the aircraft rescue firefighting program, and the other $21 million was to build this amazing facility. The project got completed by May. We had the governor out there for a big celebration.
All you could say is, wow. The anticipation was just so great. And now I look back and I say, gee whiz, all of that effort was so worthwhile. It brought together that concept of a fire focal point for real. And during those days, I guess it was a period of both the fire service and LLR learning what our jobs were, our cultures.
And the seminal meeting that really brought it all together was I was going to meet the notorious Carter Jones. And that's what they had all said. This guy Carter Jones, I walk in and the first person who comes up to me is Chief Carter Jones from Clarendon County, and he's the nicest guy in the world. He shook my hand and I said, I've been looking for you. And he smiled at me and he said, well, I'm glad you found me. And he and I had a great relationship after that because we reached out to those people, we worked with them, we figured out what their issues were.
Louis Gossett is a great leader, and he had tremendous responsibility of convincing the fire service that this was the best arrangement for our service.
And that's the kind of respect and the kind of thoughts that you needed from the fire service, is to know that you understood what they were and who they were and what they were about. You respected it, you liked them, and then to work with them. And the relationships we built and the things that we did because of that. We spearheaded the effort to get the state to build a pedestal for the Fallen Firefighter Memorial and to dedicate the area, and then to get the governor to come out and dedicate it and that sort of thing. Whenever their leadership of the 5 groups needed to meet, they got in to see the governor, period. And he loved them. The fact that Carter Jones, his son, is the state fire marshal is not surprising. I really grew to like and respect him a lot.
You can't separate success from great leadership, and great leadership is all about relationships. I think that you heard Dad talk about the fact that the ideal for the fire service was that we would be the fire focal point for South Carolina. To look and see that the fire service in general looks to us as the focal point for training and the focal point for codes enforcement and for community risk reduction. During Hurricane Florence, to see that the state's fire service looks to us as the focal point for emergency response when their local resources are overwhelmed. That goes back to great leadership, and great leadership's all about building relationships. As we're working on strategic planning, our focus is not on how do we keep doing what we're doing, but what is the fire service, if we're going to continue to be the focal point, what does the fire service in South Carolina, and I guess on a larger part, what do the citizens of South Carolina need us to be in the next 25 years?
I've come to truly appreciate and understand the critical role that state fire plays in making sure South Carolina is a safe place to work and live. Under Chief Jones's leadership, I've really seen state fire continue to grow and move forward, and I'm excited to see the directions that we continue to take it for the next 25 years of serving South Carolina. And I'm very thankful to have gotten to know the fire service, to come to appreciate what their culture is like, what their mission is, and what they bring to contribute to LLR, and how LLR can support them. And I think because of that relationship and how it's grown, together we have truly put state fires initiatives out there in the state and continued to make them grow.